Are you ready?
Yeah, turn up the heat.
Are you ready?
Is he ready?
Oh, yeah, he's ready.
It's go time.
Ready to go beyond the scores and stats.
I love it.
Good.
Let's bring it in. It's showtime, right?
Welcome to High on Sports.
The whole deal is like some kind of crazy game.
Exclusively on MorningShowCentral.com.
Hello and welcome to High on Sports. I'm Ralphie, and with me as always,
Ashley.
And I am Von Eric.
and whether you are joining us tonight on one of the many glorious apps or at home on your computer, thank you for making High on Sports a part of your evening. Remember, if you are not on one of the many glorious apps, take your smartphone, search for TuneIn Radio. It is free to download. Just install it and search MSC Radio Network. Hit play and you're listening to us live on the go from your phone, wherever you may be. Remember, you can call the show toll-free, 1-888-668-0742. Email your questions or comments to shows with an S at morningshowcentral.com. You can, of course, find us on Twitter at high_on_sports. I am at eRalphieW. He is at Von Eric.
That's right.
That's right. And we are on Facebook.com/high-on-sports is the fan page. Go ahead and give it a like. You've got all our posts about fun stuff. I posted a really fun picture on there today. I posted some good stuff, good baseball stuff. A fun song on there that you're probably going to want to check out. It's Indians Fever, and it's a classic. And I posted a delicious, salty treat that we will get into in the second half of the show. That's the tease. It's a cooking show now. That's right. We just shake it up. I'm the new Guy Fieri. I'm the Guy Fieri of cooking, so that'll be exciting. Anyways, so do that. And again, the website is highonsports.net. It's got the archive of all our past shows, Mark's blog, and a bunch of other fun stuff. Again, that is highonsports.net. All right, it is round one, so let's do this thing. All right, now this is, of course, our big baseball. You all right? You need a minute?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay.
Just had to
right at the bell.
cough it up a little bit.
That was good timing. Just
Right?
let the bell cover it.
I was holding it, and I was trying to do it that way.
It's, of course, our big baseball special, so we're obviously going to start talking hoops. No, we will get into this is our big picks and predictions. And I know Von Eric is very excited.
Oh,
but,
yes, I am.
But, Von Eric, you think we should start with some Final Four real quick?
Yeah, go ahead and do that.
All right, sounds excellent to me. All right.
That's how you cover technical difficulties.
That is very professional. The audience at home doesn't know what we did, and we're going to leave it that way.
Exactly.
So the Final Four is set. The Final Four is set. That was a hell of a weekend of basketball. My God.
How many games went down to the wire?
I know the last two. I know the two yesterday. The two yesterday I saw entirety. The other ones I just, I caught what I could. But it was absolutely nuts. Wisconsin
Went to overtime.
Was that double OT? I don't
No,
remember.
it was just one OT.
overtime.
Wisconsin
You're right.
ended up winning in the first overtime.
Yeah, you're right. But, and then the big thing was yesterday. Yeah, look at that. That was the 1 seed versus the 2 seed.
yeah,
That's a hell of a matchup.
Oh.
That
was the only one, too, we had.
Overtime. 10 points for Wisconsin, 9 points for Arizona. Wow, that's nuts.
Yeah.
That's absolutely ridiculous. And then over, of course, on the other side, we have Florida and Dayton. Florida winning a little more soundly, 62-52. Dayton, though, round of applause for the Dayton Flyers.
Yeah.
The Cinderella of this ball.
Hey, an 11th seed making it to the Elite Eight.
They are the Cinderella of
Yeah.
the story, correct? I mean,
They are.
They have to be. The 11th seed and the Elite Eight, come on. That's a beautiful thing. The 11th seeded Dayton Flyers making it all the way. Hey, for those of you at home watching on your computer, that guy right there on the screen.
That's Marky Mark
That's
right
Mark.
there.
That's the Mark. That's the Mark that writes the things. It's exciting. And then, of course, Michigan State, Connecticut. That was a big one, 60-54. That was ridiculous. I cannot believe UConn is here.
Right?
UConn.
I mean, they have to be the
seed.
next the 7th seed going to the Final Four.
That's pretty Cinderella-y. They're not even the lowest seed in the Final Four. Because the 8th seed,
Kentucky.
knocked off the number 2 Michigan Wolverines. Michigan State lost, and then Michigan, the Wolverines lost right after the other. So that's a bad day if you're a Michigan fan, I'd assume, and a good day for those of us who like bad days for Michigan fans. So anyways, yes, Kentucky over Michigan, 75-72. That was another nail-biter. But yeah, Kentucky is in it. They're the first team in the Final Four with all 5 starters are freshmen since Michigan's own Fab Five, with, Weber and the rest, and the Jalen Roses and the like. Juwan Howard, that's right. Do I remember the all 5? Chris Webber, Juwan Howard, Jalen Rose.
And you can't name the other 2.
No,
because I certainly can. I just watched a documentary about him less than a month ago, and I still can't name the other 2.
That's funny. No, I don't remember them. Maybe we'll look it up, but I probably won't because I don't care that much.
Right.
But anyway,
I
so that's
literally care zero about anything that comes out of Michigan.
Fab Five of Kentucky. I don't remember all their names either. I know there's a pair of twins, and that's all I remember. But I know it was the number 1 recruiting class, and I know they have the number 1 recruiting class for next year as well. This just goes to show you, I don't know if I don't have a way to do this. I don't have a solution here. I just see a problem, is with the seeding here. I mean, this year more than most, Kentucky is an 8 seed. An 8 seed. But you look at the talent and you look at how they were playing and everything.
It's because they had such a slow start.
I feel like the seeding should almost be like power rankings. I know that's a little, I don't know, that becomes a little too subjective in my opinion. But at the same time, you've got all these teams suddenly getting healthy and suddenly getting hot right at the end. And like Kentucky, when you look at their season, you could say, sure, 8 seed, that's fine. But when you look at just the last part of it, just like the SEC tournament, making it all the way there with Florida and everything, and making it as far as they did at the end and getting as hot as they did at the end of the year, then that's not an 8 seed. So I think it'd be an interesting idea anyways, just sort of do it like power rankings, not seeding for the entire body of work, but seeding where are they right now, Just ranking like that, But so much of ranking in college sports especially is based off of previous rankings compared to where you are now, you know what I mean? So who knows? I don't think it's something that's about to get changed anytime soon. But yep, the game is set. Florida versus UConn at 6:09 on Saturday. Followed by that at 8:49 is Wisconsin versus Kentucky. And that will be Saturday. Sunday we will have a day off to contemplate what just happened. Monday you will join us, and then right when we're done, you will watch the national championship. So that's a pretty good setup. Can't complain. This is the March Madness is done. We have a couple more hours, and then it's into April. Not Madness. I don't know what they call it at this part, but hell of a year for March Madness. This was absolutely ridiculous. I'm looking at my bracket right now. It's just it's so red. I've seen stop signs that are less red than my bracket is. I don't even want to think about this. I ranked so bad. I mean, I'm ranked 9,914,650th.
Oof.
Out of like 11 million.
That's rough.
I think I'm in the 10th percentile.
That's rough.
I got 450 points, but that's out of probably a lot more than 450. Yeah. So yeah, it was bad. Well, hey, what do you think's gonna happen when you lose your runner-up on the first round and lose your whole Final Four in the first week? So
I still got one in.
Like Von Erich said, he thought he had the worst bracket in the country until he realized everyone has the worst bracket in the country.
Yes,
True.
happened.
It's absolutely sick. All right, enough hoops. Let's get on this. This is kind of our last show before the season starts. The season has started.
Started today.
Very vaguely. It technically
Started 2 weeks ago.
Well, there was a game last night.
Well, we don't
The Dodgers played last night.
even talk about that. We just pretend it didn't happen because that's just stupid.
Dodgers and the Astros played last night actually, as well. So there was that too.
Well, because you always have
Either
the
way,
one
today
game
is
before the
opening
day.
Today is opening
Yeah.
day. I don't think the season will really feel like it's here until the 4th when the Indians have their home opener. But until then, at least, this is opening day. Now, unfortunately, yes, the Indians do not play till 10:05, which is absolutely ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. A 10:05 start time. That's a 7:05 start time in Oakland. I don't care that they're in Oakland. That's fine. I don't expect the Indians to have a home opener, an opening day anytime soon. Considering we just had a snowstorm this weekend. We still have snow.
Yeah, right?
Snow outside. And let's not forget 2007 against the Mariners when that entire series was snowed out. That was absolutely insane. They're cautious of that. They're leery of that. And you can't blame them for that. But I blame them for this start time.
Yeah.
It's just absolutely asinine.
When there was how many day games today? How many day games?
Tons of day
Why,
games.
when you know there's an Eastern team on the opening up on the West Coast, why they don't have it as a day game? So it'd be like a normal time here. Say a noon game, okay, it'd be a 3 o'clock afternoon game. That's fine. Have a 1, 2, 3 o'clock game. That's still 3, 4, 5, 6, whatever. That's still
Exactly.
like time where people are awake and not going to bed
Exactly.
because they have to work in the morning.
Why can't you line it up that the have the 7:05 or an 8:05 like they have when they're in Chicago?
Yeah.
Give them a freaking 8:05 start time here, and that's I'm not gonna attempt to remember the difference in time zone, but
Chicago's 1 hour.
it's like, no. I mean,
Huh?
I know that. I mean, from here to Oakland,
It's 3
It's
hours.
what 3
3
hours?
hours.
That's
3
right.
3 hours.
Duh. So what? 8:05 here is what 5:05 there.
Yeah.
5:05. You should be able to get
And
out of
there's-
work by then.
Yeah, and there's and every time the Indians have ever had an opening day game, it's been during the day.
Exactly.
So I don't get why Oakland's not during the day. Plus, it's probably safer in Oakland during the day anyway, instead of at night,
When Jason Kipnis gets shot, we'll be there to say I told you so.
right?
We'll be there.
I mean, I don't feel like Oakland is that much of a safe city. I mean,
The Bay Area? No.
no.
No. You know that bay is perfect for hiding bodies. I'm just saying.
Exactly. You want your
saying.
games in the middle of the day where people can see what's happening.
Now, to be fair, they're not Raiders fans. They're the Oakland Athletics, so there are hardly any fans there at all. So at least,
True.
The
at least there's
Raiders
that
suck
safety.
anyway.
Yeah, there's that.
The Raiders do suck, but their fans will murder anyone.
If don't say that to them.
I said it. I'm saying it to Travis. That's on Facebook.
Yeah.
That's fine. Don't
I
go to
wouldn't say
Oakland
it
and
in a-
sell
I
it.
wouldn't
Tell
say
them
it in a
that
Raiders game.
because you won't come back alive.
I live in Cleveland. I ain't worried about it.
They're nuts. I mean, if you were in Oakland, like I wouldn't say that at a Raiders game. I don't even want. I mean, we joke and stuff, there's trash talk and stuff like that. But the people in Oakland, they're
Yeah, you
like
know.
at the Raiders games, they're like. They're not. They're scary people.
Yeah.
They're legitimately scary people. Was it a couple years ago with who was playing? Was it the Athletics or was that like a Dodger or I can't remember
Dodgers?
who that was. Or no, or was that Oak? I don't know. Somebody was beaten to death in the parking lot.
He wasn't beaten to death. That was the Dodgers in San
Giants,
Francisco.
yeah.
That's right. And then there was another one with the 49ers and Raiders in a preseason game.
Yeah.
Where they've canceled now their, yearly preseason game or something because of that.
Yeah, because they're freaking nuts.
Because of some assault case or somebody getting ran over or murdered or something. That's just absolutely ridiculous.
Don't go into their stadium wearing another
Scary.
team's jersey. Don't do it.
Scary. I'll tell
Just
you
stay
what.
home.
Be a passionate fan out there, Cleveland, but don't murder anyone. Just
Right?
really for any reason.
Right?
Yeah, and
Sports or
don't
otherwise.
tackle little children that are wearing Steelers gear
Exactly.
either. Yeah,
The
don't
more-
do
Technically, he was in a
The
Jets
more you
jersey, and he was really drunk and fell, and yeah, that's what happened.
This is a public service announcement from High on Sports. Don't murder people and don't tackle kids. The more you know.
Whoops!
The more you know. Thank you. Anyways,
Jesus Christ.
we're talking baseball though. We're talking.
What the hell? Apparently ESPN got rid of Chief Wahoo too.
Oh, what on the logo? No, that's been like that. That's been like that. Trust me,
Bastards.
everybody's doing that.
I just now noticed it.
Major League Baseball actually did that. They did the first I heard of it was a couple years ago at an All-Star game. That's maybe 2 years ago. At an
Oh,
All-Star
fuck.
game, I was reading about an MLB writer was talking about his experience, and they have a big thing for collectors, right? During the All-Star game, a little tent outside of the ballpark. And he looked around at all the merchandise, just sort of looking at everything. There's a bunch of autograph stuff, whatever. And then there's a bunch of official merchandise stands by Major League Baseball. And one was this large glass case as soon as you walk in, and there was all the official MLB hats of all the baseball of all 30 teams. You got the New York Yankees with that stupid overused NY thing.
Yeah.
Boston Red Sox with the Red Sox. Who'd have thunk it? and and so on and so forth. And then when he got to the Tribe though, it was just the C. It's a calculated
It's a
move
joke.
by Major League Baseball.
It's a
as well. I
joke.
mean, we're not even going to have this debate. We've had this debate. We know how this goes.
I know, but I
I'm
just
just
now
saying.
noticed
I
that they
know.
changed it on their site.
I know. I'm telling you, it's it's unfortunate, but it's it's a fleeting thing. But anyways, let's get into this though.
Okay.
We're gonna start in the National League because we're gonna finish with our own our own neck of the woods. We're gonna start in the National League. We're gonna talk each division and we're gonna pick our division winners. And this will be fun. This is what we do every year. And I keep a note of it and everything, and we go back and we look at how stupid we are at the end of the year that we all thought this was finally the year that the Angels put it together. And that seems to be about
That
the same
team they
thing.
have, they
This
shouldn't
seems
lose
to
a
be about the
goddamn
same
game.
thing that's gone on for like 3 years.
Yeah.
Every year, just Angels. I'm telling you, they're gonna do something, and then we all go back like, wow, we were stupid.
They still can't figure it out.
I say, as you'll find out later, I picked the Angels to do something again.
Right?
Anyways, we're going to start in the National League. We're going to start in the East, where there's a team I very much love. I am falling madly for. And that is the Washington Nationals. Last year, they were a huge disappointment. I was high on them last year, and they were one game above 500 at the All-Star break, and they got hot in the second half, one of the hottest teams in baseball in the second half, but the damage was done, and the Braves were able to walk off with the thing and not even have to worry about it. But I have the Nationals winning the division. I have the Braves in second. I have the Mets in third with Curtis Granderson. I forgot he became a Met until today. Philadelphia Phillies. Jimmy Rollins sets a record. 14th opening day started with the same team. That is a record, at least for a shortstop, I know. And then the Miami Marlins with, no one.
They're weird.
I have them as the
song.
cellar dwellers. Von Erich, what do you think about this division?
Well, I have Atlanta coming out on top with hopefully a more productive year from the Upton brothers and Jason Hayward as well. Hopefully he can stay healthy for the whole year and produce like they know he can. Also in the division, I have Philadelphia coming in second and getting a wild card spot. Yes, their pitching is still top notch compared to anybody else in that division.
Not today, it wasn't. They lost to the Rangers 14-10.
Cliff Lee had a rough start.
One day, though, so I'll give you that. 1 out of 162.
Right?
They got 161 other ones to figure that out, but just, worth noting. Who do you think is going to come on top in the NL East, Ashley?
I'm taking Atlanta again.
Atlanta? See, I can't argue with that. I can't argue with that. It's almost against
They're
my
a good
better
team.
judgment than I
They're
go
a
with
real
the
good
Nationals.
team. And I think I got... Yeah, Philly's going to be over Washington.
You
They'll
think
be in
so?
second. Yeah.
It's against my better judgment with the Nationals, but I'll tell you what, the last time my gut really told me something, it was that the Seahawks would beat the Broncos.
Here we go again.
And, since then my gut sort of has a free pass.
One play.
Tell me what it thinks.
One play, and they wouldn't even have been bent in the goddamn Super
I
Bowl,
know,
and it
just
would have been my picks.
48 points.
One play.
48 points, and they wouldn't have even won the game.
I'm saying they wouldn't
If
even
they
been
just
there
gave
to
up
score.
like 48 more.
Okay. We're gonna have this argument literally forever.
Forever. Yeah, probably.
So I was
you
one play away
accurately
from it
predict
being
a
both
long
of my
shot.
teams in.
I'll tell you what, it was a little like Babe Ruth calling a shot. It's what it was a little reminiscent
A little
of.
bit like that.
Just a tad. Anyways, in the Central, now this is another one with a lot of talent up top. The Reds, the Pirates, the Cardinals. I could really alternate amongst the three. I think the one thing maybe we'll all agree on is that the Cubs will finish last.
Yep.
And the Brewers will finish above the Cubs, but still not
Yep.
very good. The other three are sort of a plug as
This
you
is a
go.
tough
It
division,
can really
man.
happen anyway. I against my better judgment again, I have the Reds at third. I have the Pirates in second, and I have the St. Louis Cardinals winning the NL Central Division. Von Erich, thoughts on the Central?
I have St. Louis winning the division as well. They won 93 games last year, and they have always shown that they know how to play the small ball and do what it takes to win one-run games. They've done it every year for God knows how many years. They've made the playoffs in a row. I think it was I don't have it in front of me, but it was quite a number of years.
Yeah, I can see about that. But
And
yeah.
in second, I have Cincinnati. That's another team that could easily win 90 games with their eyes closed. And it might surprise you that I'm not taking Pittsburgh here, considering a couple years ago you guys thought I was crazy saying that Pittsburgh would make the playoffs behind NL MVP Andrew McCutchen.
Here we go. Not with you now.
But yeah, the two teams going to the playoffs out of this division are St. Louis and Cincinnati.
All right, I can see that again. I feel like those three at the top are just
God, it's
almost
so hard. It's just,
interchangeable.
it's basically, I think it's going to be a repeat of last year. St. Louis will more than likely win it. And then Pirates and Cincinnati will take the 2 wild cards.
All right. I can again, like I said, it's really it could go any direction in that one. Now let's go out west to another one that could get a little crazy depending on what happens. I got the Padres on the bottom and the Rockies on top. They'll be neck and neck to see who can finish last. I have the San Francisco Giants above them. I have the Arizona Diamondbacks. I have them doing well this year, but I have them finishing second. And I have the LA Dodgers finishing number 1, as they really should.
Yeah.
At this point, enough LA. They have probably the most talented roster from top to bottom, or at least the biggest stars in all of baseball. And I mean, it's just about time they figure this crap out. Either that or they're doing something wrong and need to go in another direction at this point. Von Erich, thoughts on the West?
Yeah, I have the Dodgers as well. It's a no-brainer at this point. You automatically assume, especially with the second half that they had last year, they got into a tear, almost beating out the best record for a certain number of games, with just very few losses. It's a surprise they kind of fizzled out in the playoffs and ended up losing, but once again, I have them taking the division. With no one else out of that division making the playoffs.
No.
All right, what do you think, Ashley?
Yeah, it's a clean sweep. I'm taking the Dodgers.
All right. To be expected. Yasiel Puig. Puig. I know it's Puig. It's just a weird name.
What was it? He's like
Yasiel Pug.
what is he? Brazilian? Not Brazilian. The other one? Cuban?
The other one. What are those two countries? Brazil and then what? Cuba?
All of them. All the
That's it,
South
right?
American countries.
Yeah. What's that? Not Brazil. The other one. Yeah, he's Cuban. They gotta figure something out though, because they got a lot of talent in that
They
outfield.
do.
They got 4 guys and only 3 spots they can play him in,
Yeah.
and no DH. So they're gonna have to figure something out. But I'll tell you what, that's a good problem to have. I'd rather have too many outfielders
Then not enough.
than not enough. Let's go American League. We'll go East, West, and then we'll finish this out with the Central. American League East, that's another one. There's a lot of dollars flying around. It's a really condensed league as far as who could come out on top. And I really thought about the possibility of the Yankees really making a return. And I just thought with their infield, they got a 36-year-old Brian Roberts now instead of Robinson Cano. They've got Derek Jeter, who's 80 at this point? In his last
with
year.
a broken leg.
They've got Mark Teixeira on the wrong side of 30. I don't
Their
know.
third baseman can't play this year.
Exactly. I don't know who or what they're going to put out at third base, but I know it won't have a painting of itself as a centaur above its head.
Jesus.
But Brian McCann at catcher, I mean, there's this team is old on the inside, and in the outfield, it's got its talent, but again, it's got its age in some areas. Jacoby Ellsbury, that was huge, but they've got Ichiro, and I still like Ichiro, but again, that's a guy on the wrong side of 30.
Yeah.
I mean, Ichiro is not going to improve.
No.
On what he's done, he's got nowhere to go but down, which is unfortunate. But he's had his career. It's been
You
great.
get old, you don't play as well.
And I just feel like age is going to be too big of a factor with this team, which makes me think that stability and injuries, durability is going to be an issue.
It is.
Again,
It's a what?
was last year.
162 game season.
Exactly.
Once you get old, your body can't hack it that long.
I don't trust anybody on this roster, but Jacoby Ellsbury to really hold up over that time, and that's just because he's young. But Masa something other Tanaka,
the dude
pitcher
they
they
just
just
picked
spent
up.
a fortune on. Who knows what that's going to turn out to be? Is that
Right.
Dice K2? I don't know. You can't tell with these guys when they come
You
over
never-
from
yeah.
Asian leagues, and we haven't seen
could
them
be
here.
Yu Darvish
They haven't
or it
played
could be
talent
Dice
like
K.
this. He's not pitched to a team like the Red Sox before,
No.
excluding spring training. But and even CC Sabathia, I think of CC Sabathia where he's been since he really landed the big deal with the Yankees. Kind of a disappointment, hasn't
Yeah.
he? I mean, overall, he's not putting up the numbers or
That he was,
winning
no.
in the way he was when he was an Indian. And even,
And
when he was a
Milwaukee,
Brewer.
he was lighting it up
Exactly.
in Milwaukee. Then he went to New York, and it's just gone downhill since. But I mean, he's getting old too now, though.
He's skinny as hell.
Is he really?
I would Google CC Sabathia skinny.
I haven't.
Everyone
looked
at home.
I haven't
Bring up another tab and type
looked
in
at a picture. I mean,
CC
I heard he
Sabathia
lost
skinny.
a bunch of weight.
He lost like a person. He lost a person.
Well, yeah,
I don't even.
that's where he got all his velocity on his fastball.
Exactly. Oh, that's another thing I've heard. I've heard his fastball's very struggling right now.
Because I mean,
It's in the mid 80s as far as what I've heard, but that was at the beginning of spring training. So who knows? Maybe he got that worked out. But this could be a colossally bad year.
oh dear Lord.
Thank you. Right. This could be a terrible year for Cranston Charles Sabathia. But here's my standings for the East. I have the Blue Jays at the bottom. I have the Orioles just above them. And then I have the Yankees. I have the World Series champion Boston Red Sox at number 2. And I have the Rays winning the American League East. The Boston, spoiler alert, I do have as a playoff team, but I have the Tampa Bay Rays winning.
That mirrors mine.
Exactly.
Tampa Bay winning and Boston getting a wild card shot.
How about the Orioles? What do you think they do? Because they're a wild card in all this to me. And I don't mean a wild card. I mean, I don't know what they're going to do.
I do think they'll have a better record than the Yankees, but I don't think that they will make the wild card.
I wanted to say for the record, by the way, since we were done with the NL, I believe that the Pittsburgh Pirates will make the wild card as well as the Arizona Diamondbacks. So just for all the Pirates and Diamondback fans out there that were
and
worried.
not Atlanta?
No, I actually do not have Atlanta making the playoffs.
Whoa.
I have them missing just out. There's only so many
Gutsy.
spots. There's only so many spots, and there's a lot of talent in the league right now.
There is.
Yeah,
Don't skip me.
who do you have?
Hold on here.
Who do you
I'm
have?
taking Tampa Bay too.
That's what we did. That's why I skipped you.
But I'm pulling a fast one, and
Uh-oh.
Baltimore is going to come in second.
So you don't think Boston's going to finish, or is Baltimore and Boston going to grab both the wild cards?
Oh shit! There's two. I don't know yet. I'm still debating in my head. I'm just saying Baltimore's going to come in second in their division.
All right.
Because I'm saying Boston's
That
going
would
to
mean Ubaldo would have to have a good year. There's no way they
yeah.
win. There's no way they finish that well without Ubaldo performing well. Who knows? Let's go out west in the American League. The Astros will finish in the bottom of everything.
Yeah.
There will be basketball teams that finish with better
More
Major League
wins.
Baseball records than the Houston Astros. There might be football teams that finish with more wins than the Houston Astros this year. The Houston Astros are on the bottom of everything, looking up. And they're looking up at, in my mind, the Seattle Mariners, who are not only going to be bad this year, but they've hurt their franchise in ways that they're going to have a hard time recovering from.
Yeah.
Spending what little money they have
On one
someone
player.
who's not going to make enough of a difference.
No.
Of course, talking about Robinson Cano. Texas Rangers with newly acquired Shin-Soo Choo. I have in third. I have last year's winner of the West, the Oakland Athletics, pulling up the number 2 spot. And in number 1, I have, against all my better judgment, the LA Angels of Anaheim winning the division. Von Erich, take it away.
I've got Oakland winning the division,
Ooh.
making a repeat of last
point.
year. They're
As long as they don't win tonight.
as long as they
Don't
play
win for
bad
the
the
next
next
3
few
days.
days. Yep,
Exactly.
then we'll all be happy. And any other time that Cleveland plays them. But regardless of that, yes, I have them winning the division with the Angels coming in second and snatching the second wild card spot.
All right. And what are you thinking, Ashley?
I'm going with the Angels, even though everything for the last 3 years has been telling me no matter how much talent, they're not going to do it. But I'm taking them. And Texas will come in second.
I have Boston as one of my wild cards. My other wild card comes from the Central, which we will break down as soon as we get back from this brief commercial break. And when we get back, we're going to break down the American League Central. We're going to make our World Series picks, who's in them and who's winning it. 3 up, 3 down, all that and so much more. Listen to High on Sports on the MSC Radio Network.
User-friendly and ready to serve. MorningShowCentral.com. You're listening to Morning Show Central Radio Network.
I knew something was wrong when a little pretty white girl ran into a black man's arms.
You're listening to Morning Show Central Radio Network.
This is President Barack Obama, and you're listening to MSC Radio Network.
Oh, great. Not another Farm Bill request. Check us out on Facebook at Facebook.com/Morning Show Central. Denying one Farm Bill request at a time. Call the show toll free. 1-888-668-0742. You're listening to Morning Show Central Radio Network on MorningShowCentral.com. If you have a product or service, let people know about it. Get your message out there and advertise on MSC Radio Network. It's easier than you think, and the whole planet is listening. Find out how you can advertise. Email Chris at MorningShowCentral.com.
MSC Radio Network has just tweeted the following. This ballot won't come out.
Check us out on Twitter at twitter.com/MSC Radio Network. With hundreds of live weather products and layers and thousands of combinations, Weather Studio provides a professional graphics and storm monitoring solution without complex user knowledge and without the industry standard price tag of $1,000 plus broadcast systems. Weather Studio displays a plethora of critical atmospheric and geophysical data on an interactive GIS-enabled computer map. Get your free 14-day trial of Weather Studio at their website, weatherstudio.paulmarv.com. That's weatherstudio.paulmarv.com.
I know. Oh my God, I know what we're gonna do. Oh, it's so delicious, I can almost taste it.
If you're looking for the best sub shop in town, look no further. Hanini Subs, located at 7310 Lorraine Avenue, is the place for you. Stop in for a cold cut sub, cheeseburger and fries, wingdings and fries, and so much more.
I can almost taste it.
Hanini Subs at 7310 Lorraine Avenue is open 24 hours a day. Check them out on Facebook, facebook.com/burrito crazy. And if you mention MSC Radio Network, you'll get $1 off your meal. It's all good at Hanini Subs.
So damn good.
If you're looking for the best in musical equipment, recording gear, sound reinforcement, and more, Guitar Center has you covered. Guitar Center, located at 26635 Brook Park Road in North Olmsted, has the tools of your trade with the largest selection of music and sound gear in the area. They cater to your musical needs and have the knowledge to help you out. Guitar Center in North Olmsted. MorningShowCentral.com uses them. You should too. Need to know more? Go to GuitarCenter.com.
Yo, it's Woody. Now, I know a thing or two about women, and I want to help all the ladies out there take care of their men. Happy Endings Orgasmically Organic Massage Oil. Yeah, I said orgasmically organic, made right here in Cleveland. Now, no other product delivers this level of purity and performance. It's guaranteed to improve your overall experience and keeps that sensitive skin soft and smooth. Guys, don't be a tool. You're doing it anyway. Might as well do it right. Get your happy ending at happyendingsoil.com. That's happyendingsoil.com.
Looking for reliable and affordable Shoutcast audio or video hosting? JWN Media offers complete Shoutcast hosting solutions for business or personal use. All plans come with full listener stats, custom web scripts for implementing your service into your existing website, full server control, super fast network, and huge bandwidth limits, a 99.5% uptime guarantee, and friendly, knowledgeable support personnel dedicated to making your hosting experience fun and easy. With plans starting at only $3 a month, you have no excuse not to get a server of your own. Plus, with the option to add auto DJ and on-demand services, you can be confident your station will be all it can be. Custom plans are also available at their website. Simply visit jwnmedia.com and click the Shoutcast hosting link to get started right now. Lakewood Computer, located at 14035 Madison Avenue in Lakewood, has it all. If you're in need of computer repairs or want to cut the cost of ink cartridges and printing supplies, count on Lakewood Computer in Lakewood, Ohio to provide it all. For the past 5 years, Lakewood Computer has been providing you with a huge assortment of computer equipment and services at very competitive prices. Lakewood Computer purchases and sells pre-owned desktops, laptops, and related equipment, and they offer outstanding prices on aftermarket printing supplies, including toner cartridges and ink cartridges. With 29 years of professional experience, Lakewood Computer is highly confident in their ability to enhance your overall computing experience. Check them out online at joeslakewoodcomputer.com. That's joeslakewoodcomputer.com. Or give them a call toll-free, 855-580-0768. That's 855-580-0768.
Oh, wow. Language.
Okay, he was PMSing.
You're listening to Morning Show Central Radio Network.
Hello, I am Ralphie, and with me as always,
Ashley.
And I am Von Erich.
and this is High on Sports. Remember, you can call the show toll-free, 1-888-668-0742. Email your questions or comments to shows with an S at morningshowcentral.com. You find us on Twitter at high_on_sports. I am at eRalphieW. He is at Von Erich. We are at facebook.com/high-on-sports. Go ahead and give it a like. And of course, check out the website. It is highonsports.net. It's got the archive of all our past shows. as well as Mark's blog and a bunch of other fun stuff. Again, that is highonsports.net. We have got a jam-packed second half, so let's do this. It's round 2. Ding, 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 ding.
Ding, ding. There we go.
There it is. All right. Whew, I was worried there for a minute. I was gonna have the intern go check on Chris, but
like, Marky Mark, go make sure Chris is alive.
All right, let's get into this. What we did in the first half, which if you missed it, you can. The show will be up for download tomorrow or this week at highonsports.net, the website that we plugged in the opening thing. Also, you can find this week's show on YouTube as well. Just search High on Sports. We are the true red, white, and blue original High on Sports. Do not be fooled by the imposters. Hashtag USA. But you can check out the first half, see all our division winners and who we think are going to the playoffs and all this and that and the other thing and all that fun stuff. But what we left for the second half here is our breakdown of the American League's Central Division, of course, home to our own Cleveland Indians. And let's start at the bottom. And you guys, feel free to chime in with your thoughts on this team as I go through them. I have at the very bottom, I have the Chicago White Sox. I do believe that the White Sox are probably the worst team in this division, but I also believe that the Twins are also not that good, and I believe they can sort of go against each other.
They can get into a scrum for the bottom of the barrel.
They can really duke it out for that last spot.
Because they're both bad.
Then we get to the 3 teams with some actual talent, and like we were talking about during the break, a lot of people are getting higher and higher on the Kansas City Royals. I don't buy this because I remember a period of time where, and this is football, so I shouldn't make the comparison, but where the Arizona Cardinals just sucked and just kept sucking. And every year people were like, well, I think this is the year. Look out for the Cardinals to suddenly, make their run here, and and then they would suck again until eventually one year they actually did, and nobody saw it coming because everybody stopped believing. I don't buy it when everybody's like, well, I think this is the year that these guys that have, for the most part not been very good suddenly just make their jump.
I mean, they're not bad.
They had a decent season last year. Did they finish with a winning record, I believe?
Yeah.
Or at least a 500?
They were, because they were. There was for like a month, like the last month of the season.
There was a bit of time where they were sort of passing
fighting
back for
with
the
us,
Indians,
yeah.
And then we reminded them that no.
No. And we went on a tear the last few weeks.
I'll tell you what everybody keeps counting out about the tribe, about this team, is it everything in baseball. Everything starts at the top. And at the top of the Cleveland Indians is Terry Francona.
Yeah.
Terry Francona is hands down the best manager in the entire American League Central. I don't think that's enough to surpass the talent of Detroit, but I think Detroit can stumble. And I think if Detroit does stumble, like they've not necessarily been playing up to their ability the last few years, I think the Cleveland Indians will be the team ready and waiting to pounce. Because the talent, maybe they may have some question marks here and there and a questionable rotation and a lot of concerns. But Terry Francona, listen guys, Terry Francona, he knows what he's doing. He's not learning on the job here. This isn't Mike Pettin learning as he goes. This isn't, I don't want to talk about Mike Brown, but this is a guy who has won and knows how to win. And he came in last year on a team that everybody thought was trash and took them to the playoffs. Yeah. Granted, it was the play-in game. Well, whatever you want to call it, it was still a playoff game.
Because if they didn't have that playoff game, we would have been the wild card team because we were the home.
Either way you slice it, this was a playoff team.
It was a playoff team.
This was a playoff team. They locked down Yan Gomes, by the way, 6-year deal.
Yeah, they did. It
was a pretty smart move. Pretty smart move indeed.
I like that kid.
Oh yeah, and he's young too. He's got room to grow. Anyways, I feel like people, the national media don't factor that stuff like that in enough. I mean, there's, look at, this is NCAA and stuff, but you look at the teams that went out and did well this year and stuff like that. Like you look at Kentucky is suddenly in the Final Four. Kentucky's not in the Final Four just because they recruit well. It's a bunch of kids there. Kentucky's in there because Coach Calipari knows what the hell he's doing. He clearly knows what the hell he's doing. Bo Ryan's been there for a number of years with Wisconsin. The fact of the matter is that the guys, and baseball really more so than anything, because pitching changes and knowing when to stick a guy in there and knowing when to pull him out and stuff. Managers have a big effect on this game, and Terry Francona is one of the best. Yeah. Last year's manager of the year. Let's not forget that.
Well, he took a team that nobody thought would even be close, would maybe be at 500 and got us 92 win. Now, was it 92, 93? It was in the 90s.
Something like that. Low 90s.
It was one of the best records the Indians have ever had in their career.
But either way, that's those
history.
reasons with others is why I have the Royals finishing third. The Indians at number 2 grabbing a wild card spot like they did last year. And the Detroit Tigers I do have, excuse me, at number 1. Von Erich, what do you think about our very own backyard?
I got Detroit winning the division as well. The talent is all there. The pitching, of course, is
2 Cy Young Award winners.
Yeah, you can't. you can almost
3 MVP awards spread across 2 people.
And now that they don't have the distraction of Prince Fielder being there, I think that works for their betterment. I think that trade will work to their advantage.
And how do you see the Indians finishing this year?
Finishing second ahead of Kansas City, but not with a good enough record for a wild card.
All right. And what are you thinking, Ashley? You think the Tribe just win it? You just want to be bold?
I want to. I want to say they'll do it, but I don't. Detroit is stacked. There's no. I don't think there's any way they'd have to seriously choke. Like every single player on the roster.
Like literally choke to death.
Yeah.
Like Justin Verlander would literally have to choke on a peanut or something.
I don't see how the Indians can surpass. I mean, they can make it close, but I think Detroit's going to take it. The Indians will be in second. But I do have the Indians taking a wild card spot.
I agree with you, but like I said, I will say the one thing is and I think this is all on Detroit right now, and I think that's a beautiful position to be in. There's not pressure on the Tribe right now.
No.
There's pressure on Detroit
to do
There's
well.
pressure with everyone thinking you're going to be the number 1.
Yeah.
And the reasons why it turned out this way are debatable, but they did only win the division by a game last year. 1 game. And they did have a lot of points in the season where they really should have gotten their act together, but didn't. But the fact of the matter is, the pressure is on them. It's not on the Tribe, and that's a
nobody
liberating
even is
thing.
expecting us to do nearly as well as we did last year.
That's a very freeing thing.
Yeah.
And especially with, I got to go back to it again, a manager who knows what the hell he's doing to not have to worry about that pressure and go in as go on the offense against them, on the attack.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful position to be in, and I think it's going to be a hell of a year. It's going to be good fun, but unfortunately, it's not going to start for a couple more hours until 10:05 tonight. Are you guys staying up at all? You guys say I'm going to try.
I'm gonna
try. I won't. I know I won't make it the whole game.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna at least watch the start of it, and then before I fall asleep, because I got to work.
I decided I'm going to try. I'm going to give it my all
Yeah.
to stay up. If I fall asleep during the game, it's going to be because I literally fell asleep.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be like, I'm bored of it. Good night.
Right, I'm not going to turn it
No.
willingly, just turn it off and go to sleep. It's going to be because I fell asleep,
gonna
which is
turn
very
it on
possible
right after
because
the
I
finish
have
of everything
I'm
in
gonna,
between.
There you go. That's perfect. You listen to High on Sports, or watch, listen, whatever you do, and then you watch, listen, whatever you do, everything in between, and it's going to coast you right into the ball game.
Right into the Tribe time.
You got a
Even leave
beautiful
early.
evening ahead of you. I'm
Nasty's
jealous.
throwing
person
tonight.
listening.
Oof.
I'm jealous, people out there. You're lucky people. Let's do this before we get into the World Series, because I know, Von Erich, you did this, so at least you and I will break this down. Our awards. I know you went out.
I got a couple of them.
Did you?
Just a couple main ones. MVP, Cy Young. That's it.
I got MVP, Cy Young, Manager. I had some Rookie of the Years, but those, I don't even think I care about those, because those are total crapshoots.
Yeah, you don't know. There'll probably be a guy that comes up in the second month of the year because the team doesn't want to pay him money for at bats.
Mm-hmm.
So he'll come up even though he deserved to break camp with the team, but because of money and because of contracts, they're stuck in AAA right now.
Exactly. Look at the 2 candidates in the National League last year for the Rookie of the Year was Yasiel Puig, who nobody picked at the beginning of the year, and that pitcher out of Miami. What's his name? Is it Fernandez? Fernandez. That kid is lights out. That is sick stuff. And he ended up winning.
Until of course Miami trades him.
Until Miami trades him. Trade him to
God,
Cleveland.
they're so terrible.
Come on. Trade over anybody but Lindor. Let's do this. Make it happen, Cleveland. You're on the clock. Anyways, we'll do that. We'll start with who are your MVPs?
Well, in the NL, this is going to give away my Cy Young as well, but I have Clayton Kershaw winning the MVP.
Yeah?
Oh, pitcher.
Oh, interesting. Very interesting.
So now you know who my NL Cy Young is.
I think I know who your NL Cy Young is. How about your Cy Young and MVP, whatever, in the American League?
In the American League, on the MVP side, I have Mike Trout coming out on top. And for the Cy Young, I have a relatively new guy to the American League, Japanese import, Yu Darvish.
Oh,
not
interesting.
the new Japanese import
Not
from the
new one.
Yankees.
Not the new one, the old boring one. Here's what I got. I'll start in the American League. No, I'll start in the National League. National League, I got Paul Goldschmidt, first base, Arizona Diamondbacks.
My fantasy team
like
likes your choice.
You know what? And I even said on the show, right after I took Kershaw instead of Goldschmidt, I was like, I wanted Goldschmidt. I had immediate buyer's remorse for going with Kershaw instead. But hey, you already got me 22 points, before the season actually started. So that was cool because of that Australian bull crap. Cy Young, I have Adam Wainwright, St. Louis Cardinals. He's a veteran guy. He's one of those guys who could really go off at any minute here. That's just who I think, because I think the Cardinals are going to do very well this year. And like I said, I do have the Diamondbacks making a run to the wild card game, and I think in order to do that, they need to get an MVP type season out of Goldschmidt, and I think they very much will. And I have my manager of the year. I have the team that I believe is going to have probably one of the biggest turnarounds and wins is the Washington Nationals with rookie head coach. Oh, sorry. I've got to work back into the baseball season. Rookie manager, Matt Williams, who won his debut today.
Well, on that side, I'll go with rookie manager from the Philadelphia Phillies, Ryan Sandberg, to win manager of the year.
Over on the American League side.
Phillies will make the wild card push.
Over in the American League
day.
side. Exactly. I have MVP. I agree with pretty much everybody. Is Mike Trout. There's no argument. He's gonna win it eventually.
God,
if he doesn't win it this year, he'll win it next year. He's going to. It's gonna happen.
That kid is so good.
Cy Young. This is where things got interesting. I hark back to 2008, the year Cliff Lee won the Cy Young, and the Indians as a team were pretty crappy. But they knew every 5 days they had a legitimate shot and were going to be favored every 5 days. They'd get that 20-plus game winner. And I have something happening like that. And I also remember the Mariners from not long ago, year 2 ago, whatever.
When they had, what's his face?
King Felix didn't even have a winning record. He was, 13-13, wasn't he?
Yeah, because he had 0 run support, poor guy.
Exactly. I have someone in a very similar situation to that. A guy I've been very high on for quite some time, and I think this is the year he finally really breaks out. Chris Sale with the Chicago White Sox. Okay. I've got him winning the Cy Young. I think he's going to have a lights-out year on a team that's lights are going to be out before the game starts. So that's how I think that's going to pan out. And another team I have really, really doing some serious business this year is the Rays, and I have their manager of the year being Joe Madden. So that's how my award season stacks up. Let's talk World Series, and we're gonna start. I'll start, and we'll go Von Erich to Ashley, and we'll do that. Or no, we'll go Von Erich, Ashley, me. Well, over in the American League, we're gonna start with that. Von Erich, who do you have winning the AL pennant and going to the World Series?
The LA Angels.
Interesting. Not a man who has not learned from being bitten before.
Nope. I've made this prediction before.
I think for literally the last 3 years, we've both said it's going to be LA every year. And
what do you think?
God damn it, I don't want to take him again.
You got to follow your heart. What's it going to be?
But they're so stacked.
You also got to follow your previous picks.
I do. Who did? Oh yeah, I took LA out of the West.
So you think LA is going to be the representative?
I really want to take Cleveland. I want to be at home. It's going to be LA. Who am I joking?
You're going with the Angels?
Yeah.
I'm going with the Angels. We suck. We suck really bad.
So terrible.
This is going to be a disaster.
Watch these idiots not even make the playoffs again.
Oh, good Lord.
Jesus.
We all have the Angels. All right, Von Erich, God damn. Who's going to represent the National League?
Well, I'm going with a freeway series.
Yeah.
LA Angels, LA Dodgers.
All LA. Well, technically LA and Anaheim, but whatever.
Yep.
Hey, just hop on the freeway.
I'll tell you what, it'd be a damn good time. We talked about last year's World Series. I remember talking on the show, and we discussed how it was a little boring.
One cared, yeah.
A little boring. There was the teams were in it was just kind of whatever. I'm not getting out of bed for David Ortiz. I'm not going to put a nice shirt on for David Ortiz.
No one cares about Boston but Boston.
But that
that would be fun.
All LA in quotes. That would be pretty damn good. Albert Pujols, Mike Trout,
right?
Josh Hamilton, Hanley Ramirez, Clayton Kershaw, Zach Greinke. Over the Dodgers, Yasiel Puig, Matt Kemp. Like that. Whoa, that would be exciting. God, that would be awesome. I hope you're right. I'm rooting for your picks more than I'm rooting for my picks. All right, Ashley, who do you think is going to win the NL?
Yeah. It's the Dodgers.
You're going with Von Erich, LA.
Yeah.
I
mean, I had the Dodgers before I was even thinking the Angels, but then I ended up picking the Angels.
You're all going with the Dodgers.
Yeah. I think they're going to win it all.
I'm not.
No? What?
Actually, it was close. I like that. I really, like I said, I like that. I'm going with the Washington Nationals.
Oh.
And who's our World Series champs? Von Erich, who's going to win, LA or LA?
The Dodgers.
Oh, all right. For the first time in quite a while.
I already said it was the Dodgers.
It's going to be the Dodgers. You're all going with the Dodgers.
And who are you picking?
The Washington Nationals!
Watch when they sit Strasburg again, and then they suck.
They're not going to sit Strasburg again.
Really?
Yes, they're not going to sit Strasburg
They better
again.
not.
They're not going to sit. The
Dummies.
thing about that was a decision they announced
we're
at the
in
start
the
of the year.
playoffs. Let's sit our best pitcher. And then they lost.
It's a questionable move, but it was also a move that was like 2 years ago.
Laughed.
That was almost as far back as when they were the Nationals. This is not that team anymore. This is not that team anymore. It's a brand new thing they got going on.
Breaking news off topic. Ashley now has a Twitter account.
I do?
Yes.
I thought I already had one. I just never used it.
You got a brand new one.
You made one?
You just made one for me?
Yeah, we just made one for you.
How the hell did you do that?
Easy.
You have a Twitter account now. Welcome to Twitter, Ashley.
So technically I have two then.
Well, now you need to go onto this new one and you need to post your World
Tweet
Series
stuff?
picks.
No, last time I tried to get onto Twitter and make a tweet, my computer froze, and that was a sign.
That video is still actually up.
That was a sign that was
High
like,
on Sports on Twitter.
I don't belong on Twitter. I'm getting off of here right now, and I did.
That's exciting. I think that's your login info.
Is this my login info?
I think that's your login info.
Oh, look at that!
All right, you better follow me.
I got the Twitter.
You better follow me.
I can make some tweets.
You should follow just me. Everybody else is just sort of garbage.
Why did he choose your username at Ashley's Picks Are Wrong?
Is it?
Hey!
Is that it?
No, it's not.
What is it? What is your Twitter handle? Give it out to America.
I don't know. I didn't even look at it.
It's
my name? Oh, it's just Ashley Brum.
At Ashley Brum.
At Ashley Brum. Well, now you didn't get two of them, because didn't you make one day?
I don't know what I did.
It might not even be there anymore.
Probably not, from lack of use. They probably
What does it
deleted
say?
me.
I don't think this is her.
That's Ashley S. That ain't me.
I don't know who this is.
Don't even have a... Ashley Brum. Ashley Brum 2.
Oh, because Ashley Brum 1 is somebody else.
There's another Ashley Brum in America?
I think this is you. Is her picture an egg? Yeah, it's an egg. Tweet hashtag High on Sports.
Hey, I made a tweet.
There we go.
I'm all right.
Favorite, follow,
I have 14 following already.
retweet. Are you joking?
Following? How the hell?
Oh no, yeah, you follow. That's just some base guys they give you to follow. Like they.
I was like, how did I get 14 friends already?
You have 4 followers already.
Ooh.
By the way. One of
Who
them's
the hell
me.
is Mike O'Donnell?
One of them's, and then the rest are probably fake. I'm gonna go with fake. Yeah, they're probably not real people. Welcome to the world of Twitter at Ashley Brum 2. There you go.
All right.
Fun stuff.
Probably never gonna log in, but I'm gonna try.
All right. Wow, we're already at the end of the show. We didn't even get to do urinating off, but that's okay, because honestly, what could urinate me off?
Right, it's opening
LeBron
day for
James.
baseball.
It was LeBron James urinating me off.
I didn't have a
Well, he
urinating
is
off
a
per
douche.
se, but I want
He tends to
everybody
urinate me off a lot.
check out on the Facebook something we unfortunately didn't get to is the D-Bat dog, which is an 18-inch corn dog stuffed with bacon and cheese.
What?
And it comes with fries.
What?
For $25.
No.
Or roughly $1.39 an inch.
Hey, can I sanction?
At the Arizona Diamondbacks.
Can I sanction a trip to Arizona?
Chase Field?
No, wait, hold on. I got an idea. Next week on the show, Mark, look up the recipe for that. We're going to make it in studio.
The recipe? Just
Yeah,
fry the
because
hot
I'm
dog.
a much better chef than anyone in Arizona, that's for sure.
I'm just saying. I would like High on
18-inch
Sports to sanction a trip for us
Might have
to go
trouble
to Arizona.
find 18 inches.
That's true. All right, well, not touching that one.
That's what she said.
3 up, 3 down time.
Oh, boy.
Down number 3. Deshaun Jackson cut by the Eagles, shockingly, this week after rumored gang connections. Interesting. Keeping in the city of brotherly love. Down number 2, the Philadelphia 76ers tied now with our own Cleveland Cavaliers for the longest losing streak in pro sports history at 26. Unfortunately, they beat the Pistons. They didn't take the record on their
Pistons.
own. Down number 1, both Virginia and Arizona. The 2 latest number 1 seeds eliminated from March Madness, leaving only one left. Up time, number 3, Grady Sizemore, opening day's center field for the Boston Red Sox. After not playing for 2 full seasons, hit a home run, went 2 for 4.
There you go,
At the end of the
Grady.
day. Up number Dose, Florida, UConn, Wisconsin, Kentucky. They are your Final Four. And your number 1 up this week is Von Erich.
Yep.
Because baseball's back.
Good choice.
And you know he loves his baseball.
I would have thought Stephon Marbury was going to be number 1.
What?
Because he won his second championship
still
in
alive?
China.
Really?
Yes.
2-time Chinese
He
champion.
still exists?
Nice.
He's still a thing.
He's getting
Wow.
paid in millions of Chinese dong. Or however you pronounce that. Anyways, that's
That
gonna
wasn't right.
Oh
it's
my
something
God.
like that. Wong, something like that.
Pretty sure you said dong.
Yeah.
He said dong.
I don't
No,
know
that's
what
Japanese.
I said. I don't know what I said. All right, for
Lord.
Chris, for
18
Von Erich,
inches.
for Ashley, I'm Ralphie
gotta
saying
go.
good night, everybody. We gotta go home and watch the Indians. We'll be back next week, same time, same place. Thanks for tuning in to High on Sports on Morning Show Central.com.